If you've been paying attention to the news recently, you've noticed there's been a lot of outrage lately in Mexico City, especially in trendy neighborhoods like La Condesa and Roma Norte, about Americans moving in. You'll hear terms like gentrification, digital colonialism, and even a second conquest. But let's take a breath, let's look at the numbers, let's look at the facts surrounding this dynamic and decide, is this really fair? Today, over 38 million people of Mexican origin live in the United States. That's nearly the population of Canada. Of those, at least 4 million of them are undocumented, here illegally. I would wager that it's likely a lot more than that, though, if we're being honest. Now let's talk about money. Every year, Mexicans in the U.S. send back over $60 billion to their families in Mexico. These are called remittances. That's not small change. It's Mexico's second largest source of income. Remittances literally keep their economy afloat. And U.S.-born children of undocumented Mexican parents here in the U.S., they get birthright citizenship. Dual benefits, visa access, healthcare, schools, business opportunities, all part of that deal. So yeah, there's a strong Mexican presence in the United States. But here's the irony. When a handful of Americans working remotely and minding their business essentially, working on their laptops, rent a small apartment in Mexico City for a number of months, suddenly it's get out, colonizer, you're not welcome here, you're exploiting our nation. Meanwhile, on the other side, Americans like me are looking at this saying, wait, Mexicans demand access to our country, citizenship, remittance privileges, but we can't go there with our laptop and work for a few months, up to a year. We can't, that's not okay anymore. That's a little ironic. Guys can't have it both ways. Is rent going up in Mexico City? Yes, in specific neighborhoods. A lot of the world is experiencing that. Is it frustrating? Yes, absolutely. But it's not because of a handful of gringos. It's because Mexican landlords and developers are charging international rates because they know someone will pay. That's capitalism. Don't blame the scooter riding hipster digital nomad. Blame the landlord. Blame the Airbnb boom. Blame your own government for not regulating housing. And this argument inevitably circles back around to the whole stolen land argument, right? In 1848, Mexico lost the war and signed the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. At that time, only about 75,000 to 80,000 Mexicans lived in that massive territory, California all the way to Texas. The USA had 20 million people at that time, so that is 0.5% of the entire country. That wasn't genocide or conquest, just like the Spanish stole Mexico City by putting a sword to Moctezuma's throat. That's just world history. This is what happens in world history. It's messy, it's ugly, and it's never black and white. But if we're going to talk about fairness, let's tell the whole story of this situation here. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't get mad. I'm just presenting an argument here about fairness, looking at both sides of this thing from the lens of a gringo. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Keep it respectful, and I'll do the same. Nos vemos muy pronto. Hasta el próximo video. Adiós.